Do you see this? This is what 420 looks like around my house. Silly kitties. Alright, so I haven't made a video in a while, but we're gonna make a little part series of, oops, let me get something.
Do you expect Tracy to remain faithful to you?
No problem, put my foot down and say,
Then witness an astonishing wedding. 13 nervous brides.
Sorry about that. Alright, so we're gonna make a little part series of me starting my new grow. Might help other people, like as far as the process goes of what you kind of need to accomplish to do your first grow. For me, it's gonna be my kind of fourth grow. Maybe we'll say second grow. Second one didn't go as well. Anywho, so here's kind of like the process is you gotta figure out where you want to do your shit, all right? And then you gotta make sure to secure the floor here. I used, this stuff's pretty cool because it's kind of thick. You guys have probably seen this stuff in my video before. I'm not gonna be using it for the walls again, like I did previously, but it's kind of thick, so it's really kind of good, and it's kind of like an insulation. It's shiny. I'm going to put Panda film over this, but it gives you kind of just a nice little separation from the floor, so you don't have to worry about the cold, which is really good, especially for your plants. That way you don't have to worry about buying a shelf or something. Alright, so you got your space. Then, I like to use Panda film. I just like the material of it. It's thick. It's not like the Mylar where you have to worry about it ripping and tearing. This is like, will fucking last forever. And it's fairly inexpensive. And it's just really awesome stuff. And it's white and it's reflective and it's thick and waterproof, and you can fucking wipe it down and bleach it and everything else, and it's still fucking ready to go. So I'm going to do Panda film on the walls, and basically you need to draw yourself a little diagram of your room. And this will keep everything nice and orderly. You want to make sure to be very orderly with setting up your grows and getting started and everything. Anybody who's done grows before will agree with me on this. So I drew a little diagram of my room and put in the measurements of the outsides of it. Now I kind of over measured by just a couple inches, so that way the Panda film will come up the wall a little bit, kind of like that, how it kind of comes up like that, a little overlap. And I did that for all the sides of the walls also, so that way you just have a little extra space. You don't ever under measuring, because under measuring's shitty. And I think I've been having you guys sideways this whole time. Anyways, and so alright, so I've got all my measurements here. Then you gotta do a little math. I'm not very good with this kind of stuff, so I asked my girlfriend to help me make out my area and measurement and all this stuff. And this is how Panda Fill comes. It's a 10 square foot thing, but it's like 1 by 10, so it's 10 square feet in here. So you kind of have to do a bit of math. So if you need help doing that, send me your info and I'll get you the answers if you need help with that, because I'm not very good with algebra. Anyway, so I figured out my stuff, and I need 104.75 square feet total for the whole room, because we're going to do the ceiling, the floor, the walls, the back wall here, and the side walls and everything, and they're all gonna like overlap, so that way everything's nice and sealed up tight. The other thing you guys want to get is a staple gun for the Panda film, and the stuff that I was just told about. It's really good because it doesn't have an adhesive. Well, it does have an adhesive, but it doesn't stick to your walls like duct tape will. Duct tape will fuck your walls up. Seriously, like, here, I'll show you. I pulled that duct tape down from where I had the tarp. Shit's fucked. So we're gonna have to fix that. But anyways, it's called red and white tape. This stuff's really good. The red tape is a lot more stickier. This stuff's just white, so it's good to use on the inside, so that way when I put my walls up and get it all, I can have it all nice and looks all nice and pretty and organized and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, so red and white tape, your Panda film, your room. Okay, so you got all that, and I like to do this I'm going to start doing this a couple times before I get everything set up, just to make sure it's extra clean, because you want your space to be extra clean. You do not want to run the risk of getting fucking bugs. So I got a 32-ounce spray bottle here. I fill it up with hot water, and I put a teaspoon of bleach in it. It's not very much, but it's, bleach is a fucking chemical, and it's fucking harsh, so you don't want to use that much. Anyway, so I just spray down every single while. I wipe it all down. You can still see it's kind of wet there. And, you know, I do the floor. I'm going to do all of my fans. I'm going to spray all of my fans out. I'm going to do all the cords. You want to fucking clean everything. You want it to be all sterile. Don't, like, if you have to think about having to clean it or you're curious, oh, should I do that? Yes, clean everything. You don't want any fucking nastiness in here. All right? So that's part one. We'll be back with you guys when I get the panda film, and that should be in a few days. So peace, love, and green, bud.